movement speed. She does offer a little bit more protection, but their only reliable engage is Sylas stealing away a Sejuani ultimate and then assuming that that can be landed, or maybe Irrelevant being able to find a flank. I think that by prioritizing that Sylas, they did try to understand where the jungler is, at what point they reach Raptors, so you can dictate your pathing around that. Flash in from Labrov.
I love this from Labrov. Flash in, get the Glacial Augment down, look for the damage. Crownie's getting slowed here as well. The Ignite is taking Flash away from the build over Peacemaker. Crownie has to flash away. Ignite is ticking on him as DOS tries to trade forward. Only has that Mantra Inner Flame, but Mantra already used, and the Inner Flame only just off.
You can see Markoon, basically both top laners are saying, hey, there's an opportunity here, and Irrelevant wants to make sure that he's covered. Well, actually, it's Adam that needs to be covered right now because Markoon is looking for the gank.
They don't know that Sheo is waiting. Adam's got to pop the world end. Immediately they jump onto Markoon, who tries to flash away, but he's going to get locked up in a prison of ice, and that prison is his tomb. Irrelevant next on the menu is Sheo, and Adam trying to close down on him. The Gnar coming out, Adam trying to heal. Irrelevant flashes from it.
Now the wave is in a bit of an awkward spot. Not going to use the ultimate there, and a good exchange from Sertuss.
Flash away from Nook, went a little bit over.
First blood, and that was just really good awareness from Sheo. He recognized the state of the wave from Adam. It needed to be pushed under the tower, and he was at real risk of getting ganked, so Sheo was just there to cover. Sertuss now.
Oh, the flash out to consult. They're looking for the final order, but they can't get it. Sheo takes a couple of tower shots. Nuke does as well. Will be able to escape, but here comes Markoon.
No
looking
flash
for that
on
bot side. Scuttle isn't able to get there in time. They will be able to get the push out on this lane, though, for a play down towards this bottom side. Sheo will work his way down here as well, because the Kindred mark currently sitting on that Gromp. If Markoon, DOS, and Exakick are able to get a kill, they could look for Markoon's third mark of the game. DOS going to step forward here. Lanson's not going to be able to get away from that route. There's a Chain of Corruption chasing as well, and it's exactly what SK were looking for down towards that bottom side. Connected at all, but BDS were able to sneak in and get the red buff away. Now they're going to secure the first dragon of the game as well for themselves. Sheo, although not on the board in terms of kills, has been all over the map, helping out the BDS laners.
Certainly has. Nice to see from Sheo. Rookie to the split.
Flash does come out, as you say, from Crownie. There's the Chain of Corruption combination with DOS is just a little bit too powerful. And we did talk a little bit about this bot lane as well. Getting Caitlyn is great, but if you don't have the ability to gain prio with your support, you're always playing pocket. As Sheo looks for it. Oh, the flash away from DOS puts his AD carry in a very sticky situation. Crownie will take the kill.
Almost able to get a kill back. You can see Exakick choosing not to use either summon as he realized he was dead. Now looking for something onto Sertuss, but Markoon is there.
So as DOS has worked his way up from that.
BDS making their way over as well.
No Chain of Corruption on Exakick, no flash on Crownie. Sheo's ultimate still about a third of the way off its cooldown. Labrov looking for something here. Irrelevant able to dodge away from it, but that Gnar is about to time out. The dragon should be secured here. Markoon will take it. Irrelevant forced away. Did burn the flash there to get away from the Infernal Chains, but overall SK gets the in left on his lonesome. As soon as SK see that Crownie's not in the mid lane, they put down that Herald, perhaps a little bit slower than you would have liked to play, but they are going to be able to secure at least the first tower here. Adam able to be lanterned away. That Rift Herald will charge in and lose some of its health. They could have taken that tower down just quickly enough so the Herald wouldn't lose any of its health, but it doesn't really matter anyway because they're still going to get 2 charges out of it, and they still secure the tier 2 in the mid lane. They might even look for more here because Crownie's still pushing and Nuke is still pushing. They look for the third charge. They can't quite get it because Sheo smites the Herald's eye. TP coming out. Sertuss will get to their top lane.
So, oh no. Crownie is definitely in some trouble here.
No flash.
You can see that Sheo and Labrov are on their way to assist.
Markoon looking for it. Double TP immediately from BDS. Crownie tries to turn this one around. Markoon hit with a Glacial Prison, and he is almost done for. The Lamb's Respite coming out, but he's stuck in the midst of 5 members of BDS. They invested a lot for that kill, and they are damn well getting it. So they should just sack this one. It's only the second dragon of the game for BDS. Mountain Soul, probably the best soul at the moment, as Labrov lands a hook onto Irrelevant. The play coming back as well. Irrelevant waits for the hop to get away. Doesn't have the flash, though. Doesn't have the Gnar, and the Ace in the Hole will spell his doom. He does trade onto Labrov there. Ace in the Hole from Crownie, maybe a little bit
area. This means that Nuke can now path up towards top. It will cost him a tower. It will cost BDS a tower, but then Nuke can just catch this wave. Now it's SK. As we entered the mid to late game, they have good setup around this dragon. SK now have to fight their way through, and who's going to be the one to face check this Sejuani Thresh?
Labrov gets the hook onto Markoon, does have the Lamb's Respite, but he's stunned for so long. TP coming in as well as Markoon tries to escape the fight. Adam low. He's going to be healed by that Lamb's Respite, gets the Lantern out of there. Chain of Corruption hits onto Crownie though, and he has the flash. Irrelevant looking to get that Gnar on towards the backline, but BDS able just to retreat for the moment. SK, they don't get any kills. They get a lot of summoners out of BDS, but aren't really able to get much more. Irrelevant steps back forward. They're looking for that Gnar. Sheo flashes it. He knows that Gnar is timing out. The Gnar nowhere near as impactful afterwards. Adam tries to trade it back around. Glacial Prism from across the wall, stolen by Sertuss. Sheo will fall. SK able to find a chaser down on a single member.
Losing his life. There's no way they're going to do something cheeky here. Looks like that's not going to be the case.
They haven't spotted. TP immediately coming out from Nuke and from Adam, and SK. They'll retreat. They might look for a collapse here. 5v2, Adam and Nuke in a bit of a sticky situation. They're trying to escape death, but DOS is trying to do the same. He manages to escape just with a sliver of HP. And now Adam's stuck in the midst of SK. A shutdown for Sertuss.
Adam flashes in to get a kill on a support?
Yep.
I feel like that was not the right play. And SK, they're going to make their way straight back towards the Baron. They know they have a numbers advantage. And the Baron will begin.
Ace in the hole comes out. Exakick loses half his health. BDS, Crownie specifically, has no mana. Enough for perhaps a single Piltover Peacemaker, but that might not be enough to turn the tides of this fight. Nuke trying to get on the backline, 6 seconds on the perfect execution.
Oh, no.
Glacial Prism hits! Sheo steals it! And SK can only weep and watch as Nuke still able to kill Exakick. For that, his life will be forfeit, but what a prize to have earned.
Oh, no. Oh, no. That wave that wasn't caught by SK earlier, that's how much damage it did to the tower, and now BDS should be able to secure this one for free.
Yeah, it looks like Exakick's just going to try and get some mid-prio. Glacial Prism just short on Sertuss there, even with the flash away. SK now trying to collapse, but Exakick is nowhere near this. This is purely a ruse.
When they see windows to fight, they force the fight, but they've never overcommitted for it either, and they've basically just been able to punish and capitalize on the mistakes of SK.
Flash, Chain of Corruption, QSS.
Just going to walk away from that one.
TP coming in from Adam.
It.
BDS going to look for the fight here. They know there's a bit of a split, and Exakick, no flash! Nowhere to go. Nuke takes him down. Markoon next on the menu as he will jump across the wall with the flash. Irrelevant tries to get away, but he's knocked up with the Arctic Assault. Flashes across the wall, but the chase continues as Labrov funnels in on him. Now, DOS, Markoon, and Sertuss, what can you do? Another hook from Labrov into the threshold. Sertuss trying to trade back onto him. The redemption not quite quick enough from Labrov. He will fall, but Markoon is chased down by Adam and Sheo, and all he can do is tickle them as they will remove him from the rift. The Dragon secured, the Mountain Soul for BDS. Sertuss tried to trade onto Nuke, but Sheo wasn't even needed to take the soul, and instead he can look for a little bit more action. Sertuss trading back in, will be rooted up here, stunned as Nuke goes back in with the Shuriken. The rest of BDS are there, and unfortunately for Sertuss, Karma is not Thresh and can't lantern him out of that situation.
Absolute destruction from the side of BDS as they death.
I mean, it's 6 seconds on the Baron, and I feel like SK will probably feel they have to fight the Baron.
Oh, yes.
And BDS will be able to secure it. And actually, they might fight just before the Baron even starts. Sheo a little bit deep there. And look at how little damage he took. Adam onto the backline. Markoon dead before he can even pop his ultimate. And now BDS. Well, there's not really much left for SK to do. BDS chased them down. 2 already gone. There's 3, there's 4. Make it more, make it 5. An ace for BDS. And the base in their sights.
SK is wiped off the board. There is little that they can do to stop BDS.
If it was a funeral or a celebration, it seems today they've earned their prize, their first win in the LEC Winter Split in 2023, and perhaps the start of winning ways for them.
A really important win as well for BDS when we look at how the season is now structured. The fact that you do have so many, or so few, so few games